you've heard of Death by Chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like Life by Chocolate. We're doing the upgrade, upgrading, and we'll have lots of tasting and lots of making. All right. Well, I like to say that chocolate is the most delicious, sensual, and magical of all foods. One of the only foods that creates love at first bite. I don't know if you can remember your first bite of chocolate. You're probably the closest to that age. Do you remember your first bite of chocolate? No, I don't either. I was too young. My mother tells me the story. I was in the care of my grandparents as an infant with the explicit instructions: do not feed Malcolm chocolate. So what happens? They come home 90 minutes later and little baby Malcolm's got chocolate all over his face. And it's been my favorite food ever since. But it wasn't until I was actually even into my 20s. I started my journey with food and nutrition when I was 16. Time of your life, you're supposed to have all your youth, all your energy. I could barely make it through a day. Really tired. If I got up too quick, I'd just kind of that whole thing. And it was all because of a decision that I made where I came home Tuesday afternoon, unlike any other. Been thinking about it for a while. Mom was in the kitchen. She was preparing dinner. She's Scottish, so it was meat and potatoes, some variation of that. But I could at least smell the chocolate chip cookies that were cooling on the counter. Says, "Mom, I'm going to become a vegetarian." "Oh, you're still going to eat this supper, aren't you?" Turned into a bit of a coming of age speech. She's like, "Malcolm, I support you, but I can't help you." I mean, she didn't know how to be a vegetarian. Turns out I didn't either. So literally, I went overnight from eating meat, potatoes, and junk food to just potatoes and junk food. And my health went like that. Yeah. Literally no energy, could barely make it through a day. But that was a wake up to wow, okay, there's something to food more than what's quick, easy, and tastes good. And for more than 10 years, 12 years, I tried every iteration of vegetarian, from vegetarian to vegan to raw vegan to, you name it. And I was like, oh, I'm not meant to be a vegetarian. But I like to sum it up with, it's not the cow, it's how, right? What's more important is not the food, but the system it comes from. How is it grown? How is it raised? There I was, holier than thou, food Puritan. Oh, I don't eat white sugar. I don't eat white flour. Oh, but I guzzled candy bars. I had no idea, right? This idea that you could make chocolate yourself from scratch. That came a few years later down my path, down my journey. And wow, what a great thing to discover. Now we can upgrade our chocolate to align with the rest of what we're eating. Yeah.